So I have a problem with my camera. I can't get it to turn around for where I need it. One moment, please. So this sock needs to be a man's size 6, and I looked it up. That will be a total of 9 inches in length to the tip of the toe. And as you can see, I ribbed the top nicely. Be a nice snug fit. It's got the nice V. So for tutorial purposes, I do need to add a little bit more, and I'll show you why. I'm measuring from the top of the sock, from the top of the needle, to the back of the heel. It's only a little bit over, it's only 7¼ inches in length. It needs to come out to here for the size 6. So I think the toe might be this rounded. So I'm going to knit on another 1/2 inch, and then I will meet you back. And that's how you measure for the size of your foot. Okay, so I got my foot to the desired length, and where I didn't write down any instructions, I'm just going to use a stitch marker on that last stitch. It's on the top of the foot, and I'm going to snip this. And I'll just stick it on the inside of the sock, and I will darn that in, because I'm going to make the toe match the heel. Blue heel, blue toe. And I'm not going to follow this pattern any longer. It's just going to be I think I will. I'm going to make ribbing right to the tip of the toe. But right now I'm just going to be on the bottom part of the foot with ordinary knitting. So I'm going to knit around, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I made it back around, and where I began and ended, sometimes I'll just need to snug them up until I get past, because I'll be pulling onto the stitches where they join in and left off, which might pull them a little bit loose. So I might have to give them a tug once or twice until we're a row or two above it. So now we are at the beginning. Like I said, I can't turn my camera back around after I showed you who I was, and now I can't turn it around to do my work. I'll try my best. So we're going to begin the row for the narrowing of the toe. We are going to knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, and pass it over. And then we're going to knit the rest of the bottom to the last 3 stitches, and I will meet you back there. Okay, I'm back at the last 3 stitches. So what I need to do, because it's the narrowing of the toe, I'm going to knit these 2 together and then knit 1. So at the beginning of a row to narrow, you slip 1, knit 1 and pass it over, but at the end of the row you knit 2 together and then knit 1. And the knit 1 before and after, that's just to make sure there's not going to be any gaps, especially where you're changing needles shortly after that. So I'm going to turn my work. Now I need to follow the pattern that I'm doing on the top of the foot. So I will knit 1 and make sure you bring that needle close to the work where you left off. So I'm going to knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, pass it over, and then I'm going to follow my pattern to the last 3 stitches. So my pattern is, it's beginning with the knit, knit, purl. Knit, knit, purl. And I'll meet you at the last 3 stitches. Okay, so my last 3 stitches is a knit, knit, purl, but I am going to knit 2 together and then just knit 1. That used to be a purl, but we're just going to make it a knit 1 because we're going to follow the last 3 and first 3 pattern all the way up. Now the next row we are just going to do ordinary without any decrease. We're going to repeat those 2 rows 2 or 3 times depending on the length of the toe that you want. Okay, so I'm just going to knit around and I will meet you back. Okay, so that is 3 rows. We did our cast on row with the blue, and then we did a decrease, and then we did a just an ordinary round. Now we are back to the decrease round. So we will start off by knitting 1. Make sure you always, don't forget to, you can snug up your beginning stitches. It's probably be the last time you need to do that. So we'll knit 1 and then we'll slip 1, knit 1, pass it over, and then we'll knit to the last 3. See, I string the yarn in between my fingers and I just go like this all the time. Because of the nerve damage in my fingers, they're not as flexible and supple as they used to be. They're a little on the stiff side. Not stiff as in, just they're slow. They're slow, they're not as quick. So I just learned how to do that. And I don't even need to hold it like it just I don't squeeze it or anything, it just makes the yarn proper. Doesn't make it too loose or too tight. So we're going to knit to the last 3 stitches, and here we are, and we're going to knit 2 together and knit 1. And then the top needle, I need to follow my pattern, but we always start with a knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, get on camera, pass it over, and then I follow my pattern to the last 3 stitches. I'm sort of twist it here because sort of sideways with the camera right now because I can't turn the camera to its regular setting. So we knit to the last 3. Knit, knit, purl to the last 3. And here we are. Then I will knit 2 together and knit 1. Can you see that? Now we are going to knit a regular round, no decreasing. So I'm going to knit a regular round and I will meet you back. I usually just knit 2 regular rounds in total because I find if I do a decrease in every round, it makes the toe too short, makes it sort of flat going across. But if I put a regular round in every, like a decrease and regular, decrease, regular, all the way up to the top, then I end up with a really pointy toe. So I'm trying to get a happy medium. So I usually do 2 sets of a decrease and a regular round, and then I do the rest with all decrease rounds. So that way it's not too pointed and it's not too flat. I try to make a happy medium. So now I'm done my regular round. That was the second one. It's sort of, it probably would be a peaky toe, like it would be, you know, like that, like a witch's hat. So I don't want it to be that peaky. So now I'm going to decrease in every round because I already got a bit of the height going for the toe. Now I want it to really round over. So I'm going to do a decrease round with every row, and I will meet you back at the top of the toe when I just have a few stitches left. It's getting there. It looks nice with the pattern. Ordinary knitting on the bottom for comfort, for walking. Pattern on the top. nearing the top. Okay, so nearing the top, I'm going to knit some extras together. Just a couple more. Knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, because I'm like the second row from the very top. Second row down from the very top. I start knitting 2 together, knit 1, 2 together, knit 1, all the way around. Just because I want to get the toe closed off and there's way too many stitches. Just try to do it as evenly as you can. Make sure you do both socks the same. It's turning out nice. And then I'm going to do one last round of the regular decrease. Or, let's see. Yeah, because that's all there's enough stitches for. I might have one spare stitch. So the regular decrease round for the last, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, pass it over, knit 1, knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 1. So I'm going to finish the last needle and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is all that I have left. What I'm going to do, I'm going to knit them all together 2 at a time because there's 11 of them, because I had 51 stitches, so there's that one odd stitch. So I'm going to knit them all together by 2s, because I'm not doing the Kirschner stitch. You can do the Kirschner stitch if you like. I've never done them. My mother taught me how to do it this way. So knit 2 together from those 2 needles. Leaves me 3 stitches in the back on the bottom of the foot. There's 5 stitches on the front. I haven't knitted those in yet. So I'll knit one, knit two together, knit two together. Okay, knit one, knit two together, knit two together, and then make sure you leave enough for darning. Snip your yarn. And then what I do, I just sort of knit in the tail through each of the stitches. In order to take the stitches off. Make it go in the round. And I just stick my hand inside and I put the yarn through the tip of the toe and I give it a little snug. And we will be darning it on the inside. Yeah. Trying to focus it. Oh, it doesn't focus on this side. Anyways, that is how Briggs & Little 100% yarn wool. So it's a nice thick sock. You don't want to change the heat with this because it will felt. I just wash them with cool water, just on gentle, and then I just lay them on top of something to finish drying. Don't put them in the dryer. Do not put them in hot water. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this and it was nice to meet you, and until next time, happy yarning. Bye.